All right, there we are. I wonder if I do this. No, that ain't going to work because I want to make sure that you guys see that there's a road trip and a road map and all the road things, right? Marietta in Jersey, I literally just saw your name. Maybe you liked something, but you were always on my mind. Nice to see you. Merry Christmas to you as well. I hope you had a good one. I did. There we go. I got a lot of, I just realized, good morning, Blonde Cheryl. Telequita, little bits of me, all sorts of Anchored Life, Mare. No, I don't want to out people. I get, like, if you're just scrolling by, I don't want to, like, say Shannon in retrograde. So, Laura Gibbons Vo, because that's what it looks like when you show up initially. Good to see you. Yay, people. And as I smile, I realize I need some chapstick. I'm like Jeremiah Poop with his trusty, what do you call it? Mountain Dew. I've got my chapstick and my cup of tea because that's how I roll. So, hey, good morning. Yeah, so I don't want to freak out people who are just like scrolling by, being like, I don't know, it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, and I'm scrolling. Damn it, Donna. Spreading sunshine. Ooh, no, I love it. Jade, good morning from Tampa. I love it. Tampa is on my list of places that I am going, she says declaratively, in 2026. Awesome. Maybe just for a day, but still better than nothing. So just real quick for anybody who's brand spanking new here, you may not know. My name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered. And I'm just here to have you have fun and get some stuff done. Ooh, if it's chilly down in Florida, thank you. I would rather deal with the chill up here and have it warm when I get there. But I love this because I will be here for the next hour or so on the TikTok Live. But Laura Gibbons Vo, hey there. She says, we had a family decluttering victory. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh my God, I can't sing. It doesn't stop me though, right? The grown kids did their sorting and the basement continues to improve. That sounds awesome. Awesome. Yay, you, and yay for your grown kids. Please let your grown-up kids, let them know that Auntie Beth is very proud of them. Thank them for learning how to declutter so that they can make it easier on their mom, you, but also themselves. And if they ever have kids, they will know what it's like to go through these things. So wonderful. A round of applause for the Gibbon Voorhees family. Voorhees. Like is that New York? Voorhees? Regardless. Yay. Continued improvement. I love it. Alrighty. Good morning, Judy. And Ashley says, I've been working on our office/craft room, and oftentimes offices are /craft rooms. And it is looking good, and feels great to work on it. Notice that, you guys. When I do my job well, and I try to every time, is that you're doing it and it feels good, or at least it's not as painful as you were afraid of, okay? So good morning, Jesse, Nancy. So yeah, so I'm sensing. I'll just throw it out there. So I am sensing that there may be a lot of new people coming in and noticing that decluttering between Christmas, New Year's, especially the whole New Year, getting your act together, and the fact that many of us, even myself included, or even myself, we currently probably have even more stuff in our houses right now, out in public areas because of decorating for the holidays. And yes, as Macy says, it's a perfect time of year to find Beth. Yeah, that's why I'm showing up a whole bunch this week, next week, at least in January, right? And so you've got decor from various holidays, and then we're in the midst of a gift-giving season in our society. So that means that things are coming into your house that you never had before, that you need to decide if you want it or not, even if it was a gift. And if you want it, where does it go? Right? Now, the cool thing is, I'll just share with you, is you do you. If what you are doing is working for you, Keep on doing that. I show up for when you're like, well, this is what I'm doing, but I'm not getting the result I want. And that's when you and I become two scientists racing for the good of old mankind or whatever. And we will get curious about what's going on and suggest some different things, okay? Abbott Elementary, nice to see you as well. Michelle T, good morning. Damn it, Donna. Damn it, Donna. Christmas totally put up and waiting on the first grandchild. Oh, how cool is that? Congratulations. Yay. Now, Macy says, I buy Christmas clearance that I want and keep it up till February and then take my time and enjoy it. Doesn't that sound great? Taking your time, and in that time that you take, there is joy. So how cool is that? Now, some judgy people, of which we are not them, might say, you need to get your stuff down by Epiphany. Now, on the other hand, Jessie is saying, I cannot wait to get Christmas gone, and I want my home back. Yeah, I am sensing, and this is funny because I grew up cluttered. I am a kind of, as I would call myself, a recovering collector. And German maid, nice to see you. And even me, we came home last night from New England. And I noticed that I too just want to pull a few cluttery things of holiday stuff. I want to start putting away. Not all of it, but just some of it that it feels like too much. Yeah. Oh, that one persona, it's lovely to see you. And that sucks that you got COVID for Christmas. I haven't heard the Christmas jingle that says that that's something somebody wants. So that's a bummer, hon. Take care of yourself. Yeah, and notice this. Notice, damn it, Donna. Notice the people that try to control you by making you feel a certain way. Neighbor friend made me feel guilty. What I would say is tried to make me feel guilty. Tried to make me feel guilty, and I said, you do you. Gave him some pushback. You do you. I'll do me, you do you. And as long as we are not hurting anybody or anything, let's just coexist, shall we? Yeah. I love it. The freedom that Macy's saying, nope, I decorated for Thanksgiving big. This year I realized I can keep Christmas up as long as I want to. Yeah. Alrighty. Cynthia, nice to see you. Good morning, Michelle. Finishing Christmas decor up and putting away. I'm ready for a fresh new year. I love it. Yeah, and Jessie, you and me both, hon, okay? Do not beat yourself up. I see the little unhappy face, and I just want to put it into perspective. I was making progress decluttering before the Christmas decor took over. The Christmas decor taking over is a temporary thing, you know? So if you don't like that feeling, it's okay. We can start up again. We are starting up again already right now. Now, I love it. Now Lulu is saying, I love Christmas clutter. My house seems empty afterwards. Now, notice that the word empty, I could look it up in the dictionary, but it gives a sense of something, of space, but it could be a good thing. I like that my house feels spacious. So notice the two words I chose. Lulu chose empty. Empty is a word in your head that makes you feel a feeling in your heart. On the other hand, as my hands go over to the other hand anyway, the word spacious gives you a different feeling. When I sense myself using words that I know are going to make me feel bad or kind of negative, I have learned to stop, hammer time, and choose a different word. We stayed in a hotel recently that I was like, yeah, I don't like this. But instead of saying, here's my list of grievances, right? Anybody who celebrates Festivus, I shifted my list of grievances and I literally wrote, the correct usage of it. And I'm just going to look at it here because I wrote it down. Things I like having in a hotel room. And it pretty much was the opposite of the things that were not in the hotel room. Yeah, and that one persona, yay, please, honoring how you feel in getting stuff done. You know? Alrighty. So, I love this. Scheduling my days helped so much. Even had time to relax on Christmas Eve and kitchen stayed organized. Yay. Yay, Judy. So notice how it feels different from last year, and I will recommend to all of us take some time this week and pause and reflect. Look in the rear view mirror, as I like to say. What went well this Christmas season? Write it down. What didn't go so well? Also write that down so you can, as somebody says, have some continuing improvement. If something didn't go as well as you wanted it to this year, what could you do next year to make that go better? And you have a year to think about it. Okay, Chloe Nat, love to see you. Alrighty. Yes, remembering for next year, and I will share this. I don't know how old any of you all are, but the human brain is less remembering as the years go on, so writing down some stuff. Now, I love this. Jessie says, I got rid of 2 extra trees and totes of decorations. Yay. Good. Macy, this is great. She is asking where to find the habit tracker. Seriously, hon, I was about to go there myself because today is Tuesday, December 20th, 30th. I don't even know. And I will share this. So the habit tracker is something that I offer free to the people who have signed up for the Destination Decluttered YouTube, the Destination Decluttered, who's me, Beth, Destination Decluttered, Decluttering Life Coach, at your service with my trusty cup of tea at the ready. I have a mailing list, free, low-key, at destinationdecluttered.com. You go there, you scroll down, you add your name, you join the list, boom, you get a link to a secret page. So Macy, think of the secret page as the resource. That's like the drawer where all the good stuff is. You just pull open that drawer and there it is. Okay? I need to start using it? Yeah, me too. Me too. I have been, where's mine? I mean, talk about, and this is, I'll share this with you. Pavers and potholes. I call it, this is mine right here. And there are definitely potholes because I did some traveling, as I do. And so there are times when I was off of my habits, but then I like to get back onto them. Okay? Hey. Okay, so there. Macy, I will say this. Macy, honestly, you, check back in your emails because you will have a link to the secret page. It's probably emails from me as well. And that page where the PDF of the habit tracker is only known by the people on the mailing list. You can't go to my website and find it, okay? That's basically to keep the trolls out. And I know you're not a troll. So there we go. Alrighty, yes, and Ashley, notice, reminding myself, and this is where decluttering will take time. It didn't get cluttered in a day, kind of like gaining weight. I didn't gain it in a day, though sometimes I feel like that. I won't lose it in a day. It will take time. And here's the thing. Time is the thing in our lives that we never get back. We never get time back. So being more conscious of how you use your time and making sure, honestly, that where you're spending your time, like if you know you're never getting those minutes back, getting more focused on what am I spending my time on rather, and where am I headed? So notice that time is the thing we don't get back. Nobody can give you time for Christmas unless they can say, I want to help you with that. They can take a load off Annie. All right? Put the load right on me. Judy says, my daughter even noticed and said, wow, Beth has really helped you. Oh, well, tell your daughter thank you, but tell your daughter that I will only take partial credit. I am meeting people, I would say halfway, but I meet you where you're ready to keep on going, even if you don't know what to do next. That's where I show up. But then when you and I hang out, Judy, right? I share my ideas and you think I'm going to try that, and you tried it. So you also have helped you. Okay? I love it. Son just came by and I told him, Auntie Beth and I are proud of you. Who doesn't want to hear that? Who doesn't want to be told you did something good? Yeah. So, yes. And notice, Macy, notice you're saying, I want to spend time with my kid. Yeah, that is time you will never get back. So I could spend all the day cleaning, but I want to spend time with my kid. Now, this is another thing I want to remind you of too. It doesn't have to be, and in my mind, it shouldn't be an either or. Either I have a clean house or I spend time with my kid. I like to think of things as a yes and. A yes and. Okay? Yes, I want to spend time with my kid and I want a clean house. So how can I get there? I want everybody to have all the things they want. Time with their kid and a clean house. Aw, yay. Laura Gibbon Voorhees, you're doing a good job. And notice the positive ripple effect. You showing up here, me being here, you showing up here, we meet, we do our stuff, and now another concentric circle is out where your son is getting his stuff cleaned up. Yeah. And notice this is probably going to come up with for many of us this week. Ashley says, I have multiple sclerosis. I'm so sorry. I have to be very careful of where and how I spend my time. Now, it bums me out, hon, that you have that, but you are so good to realize that you have a finite kind of cup of energy. And every time you use it, a little bit of it is less and less. So being very careful and mindful and timeful about how you spend your time and energy. Notice Laura says, I will do my part when I'm rested. And also too, and Laura Gibbon Voorhees, I want to shift this just a wee bit. She says, it makes me feel so happy to have help. What I am trying to work on myself too is reframing and rephrasing the words, I got help, because that implies this is my task and you are helping me with what I am supposed to do. What I am trying to get better at, and I have gotten better, is I love it when other people participate. Notice the difference. I'm helping mom with her thing, still an uneven dynamic, but saying, thank you for participating, doing your part in making this holiday what it is. So subtle shifts in how you think, the words you choose and move forward with, because all of us kind of self-edit before we even open our mouths. A lot of freewheeling thinking goes on in your head, but you stop and say, wait, do I want to say that out loud? Is there a better way to say that out loud? And what is better? To me, better is something that's going to feel better, but also get me to my destination. Yeah, and I just offer, because I'm going through it myself. It's just my husband and me in the house. And I still say to him, thank you for helping with that. And I'm like, wait, thank you for participating. I mean, it sounds kind of awkward. And he's really good, trust me. So, but also, it's like, wait a minute, I say thank you for helping me with dishes, but the dishes aren't my thing. Subtle shifts in how you talk and think will create a subtle yet powerful shift in your life. Now, this is why I'm a decluttering life coach. I am all about the life, and I'm all about the coach. And I'm here with you for the next 42 minutes. We got time, people. So I am here for you to even just do a reset. Like, that's what I'm doing today, is basically I'm saying, oh my goodness, these last weeks or so have been a whirlwind, but I want to slow down that spin. I want to stop it. And I just want to be like, okay, reset, a little bit of a reset. What can I do? And here's where I'll go through the 4 steps, okay? What can I do to make my body feel better? I do a scan from the crown on down. Make your body feel better. Whatever it is, do something within the next 5 minutes to make your body feel better. I know myself. I took some vitamins. I ate a healthy breakfast. It has been days since my body saw a fruit or a vegetable or something with original fiber in it, right? So make yourself feel better physically is number 1. Make yourself feel better in your nervous system. Now, I usually say calm down your nervous system, because a lot of us are up here with, the franticness. Calming down your nervous system by quieting down, slowing down, breathing down. The 3rd step is going to be writing down. And the 4th step is going to be chunking down what you wrote. Okay? So, Stephanie, I love the fact that you are noticing. The older I get, the less stuff I want. Yeah, me too. Me too. I said to my husband yesterday, because we went to a vintage place yesterday when we were driving home. Excuse me. And I said, I don't want like random junk. And then I said, I want specific junk. The stuff that I want at my age, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I want specific junk. Okay? Now, Red Raider, how to just get started. I love this. Okay? So first of all, couple of things. One is making sure you're feeling okay physically. You may not be feeling 100% this week, or rarely, but anything that's 65% or over, if you feel good enough to do something, you can just get started. Oh, hey, Melissa. There we go. Alrighty. So I share this with you, Red Raider 4LF, and anybody who's like, how do I get started? This is why my camera looks like I'm only on half of the screen and I've got a big white spot up here. It's because I can't put this thing on the thing. But look behind me on the wall. This is like a visual of a road trip, okay? So before you even get started, how do I just get started? Well, think about yourself in a car. You can just start driving any old way and you will be moving. What we want to help you do, what I am here to do, is to help you move in the direction of what you want. So this is why I call my coaching Destination Decluttered. Oh my God, TikTok, you're bugging me. Destination Decluttered. Even by saying that, you don't have to get any more specific, but then I would say this. So one of the 4 steps is going to be to write it down, and then the next step is going to be to chunk it down. But before you do any of that, please check in with your physical body and your nervous system, because if you ignore both of those, what you do after those 2 steps is going to be affected by it. Okay? So I say this to you, and maybe you're already like, yep, I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling kind of rested. My nervous system is kind of right here. It's not too, and it's not too, It's right in the middle. Just like, what's her name? Goldilocks. All right? And then say, what's my destination? So this is where the chunking down and the writing down could help. Writing down is imperative. It slows down your body and your brain so you can think slowly and more clearly and capture your insights by connecting up the pace that your body is moving, your hand and your eyes and the ink, and you're writing legibly. That also gives a calming effect to your nervous system. So you say writing, even Destination Decluttered, and this is where I want to offer the opportunity of thinking of the chunking down, which is just basically like taking something big and making it smaller. Your whole house is a chunk, but within that house is smaller chunks, are rooms. So I would say Red Raider, 2 ways you can even start. One is by picking a room and starting there. Just so everybody knows, there is no one right way to get from here to there. There are many roads. It is a choose your own adventure. All right? So choose the adventure that makes you enjoy the journey and leading you, driving you in the direction. You are driving in the direction of being decluttered. Okay? So even with that, grab your pen, grab your picture pages, okay? And write down whatever comes up for you. I hope that helps. And if it doesn't, let me know and I'll try something different. Yeah. And somebody said one thing. Stephanie is saying, I will never get rid of my Funko Pops, though. Is that okay? Notice, Stephanie, the declaration, but then the fear of declaring something and afraid you're doing something wrong. Is that okay, asking for permission? You do not need my permission. If you want to keep your Funko Pops forever, that's awesome. If you want to do it. Also, and I will share this with you, being a person who used to collect a lot of stuff, okay? I used to say declaratively, oh my gosh, I love this stuff. I would never let it go. And that's what it felt like at the time. When you age, you might change how you feel about your Funko Pops. That is also okay. You can love something and hug it and call it George and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to love this forever. And you may not. And that is totally okay. All right? And if you want to do what you want to do, as long as it's not hurting somebody else, go for it. Okay? Yeah, there we go. And that one persona is offering other ways to chunk things down. There are times I've even chosen one countertop or one area of a room. Yeah. What do you do with collections? Sell or throw away? I try not to throw away a lot of stuff because I have collected things that could have ended up in the trash if somebody decided to do that. What I have done with my collections is I have given things away. I have sold them. I have donated them. And then sometimes I maybe have thrown things away. But I always try to donate, give, sell the things that I think have value still. And that's what I do. Yeah. Yep. Good morning, Erin. Nice to see you. I'm raising my mug to you. Yeah, now notice. Cynthia says, I thought I would keep all of my Corey Haim and New Kids on the Block poster forever. Yes. Now, here's a funny thing. I still, if I look back at my era of plastering my walls with cute boy pictures, I thought I would always be in love with Sean Cassidy. He seems like a nice boy at this point. He seems to have done well. He's really not my type now. On the other hand, I remember watching the reruns of the Monkees, and I still think they are damn cute. And I swear to God, I have been inspired to decorate my house kind of like the Monkees beach house. So, yeah, saying my teddy bear dishes I got in the 90s, not my style anymore. And your River Phoenix poster, right. Allow yourself to change. Allow yourself the flexibility to change, okay? It's okay to change, and I say this not changing, but you are evolving from one version of yourself to another version of yourself. Laura Gibbon Voorhees is noticing stuff in my house that aren't my style anymore as well and saying adios. Adios. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I can see in this house that I live in now, because we're coming up on 21 years in this house. I was a different person 21 years ago. I believe you were too. Okay? And so I say this to you. 21 years ago, I liked something. And then I hung around with it for a while, and some things I still do like, and other things I'm kind of, notice my shrug. I'm like, meh. It's not yes, and it's not ugh, I don't really like it. It's kind of meh. So I share with you, it is okay, and I honestly feel it is natural to evolve into different versions of yourself. Can you imagine being the same person you were at age 5? At age 5, I like to eat certain things, and I like to do certain things, and I like to wear certain things, but you outgrew them. Your body outgrew them. Your taste buds expanded. The things you were afraid to eat when you were little, now you have an expanded comfort zone. So I share with you, and I'm sharing this with you too at the beginning of a new year and at the end of a new year and past holidays. Just think about these things in this next week. Do some writing. Write down what you like. Write down the things you're kind of meh about. I used to really like certain things. I mean, I can see, because I am very aware, sometimes not while I'm in it, but in hindsight, I will like, oh, that was my era of loving everything with a thin band of narrow colored stripes. There was an era of home decor that was like that. Any of you growing up in the 80s and 90s, there was the hunter green and, rose, rose floral. That wasn't me, but the hunter green. There's the era of when I went through my pink era. I've gone through I like things with maps of the United States on them. Yeah, exactly. And notice, Stephanie saying it's okay. And notice you're telling yourself, it's okay to keep my Funko Pops if I want to. Yes. It's not hurting anyone, and it's organized on the wall. Yeah, ducks. Yep, Lupe. So notice you probably have your own, yes, the celestial thing. Oh my gosh. All of that stuff. And I worked at Pier 1 Imports and Mikasa. So I know some of those trends a lot more deeply than many people, because I was surrounded by all of it like 40 plus hours a week. So I will offer to you, it is okay. Yeah, I am done with the Western theme and family hand-me-down decor. Some of it. Right. Notice it doesn't have to be declarative. I'm 100% done. I still have stuff that shows me something of that, who I was at the time. But I am something different. And I hope you are too. I hope you, before you die, get to live and be all of the people you wanted to be. I look forward to evolving into my next iteration. And I mean, yeah, and if I still get feels, I keep it. Yeah, and Stephanie, I am happy to be here and make you feel okay, but notice what I did, and so you can do this too. You can say to yourself, what do I feel? Do I want to keep it? Also, quieting down your nervous system that may sound like judgy people, okay? Trusting yourself. I literally have that written here on my wall. Here, I don't know if you can see it. Trust yourself. If yourself says, I want to keep the Funko Pops, are they hurting anybody else? No. Do I like where they're displayed? Yes. Done deal. And I share this with you as a life coaching tool as well, because the more you can begin to trust yourself, the more powerful you are when, especially if somebody else judgy is like, oh, you should get rid of that stuff. That's kid stuff. Now, Red Raider says how to get your kids to let go of stuff. I don't know if you're going to like my answer, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And as they say, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. How do you get your kids to let go of stuff is by you getting better at decluttering. You cannot teach something to somebody effectively that you don't know or do yourself. So I share this with you, okay? I share this with you, Red Raider. I am here for you and your kids. I'm here to teach you a way to let go of stuff that feels good and natural and enjoyable and all the good things. So if you struggle with it, your kids probably do too. And you may struggle with it because you grew up with people who hung on to things. Let's talk about there's the, generational hand-me-down of not just stuff, but words and feelings and judginess about people who throw away things. People, there's so much going on in the background that run us that we don't even realize. It's like the computer system behind us or the computer program. We were programmed from an early age to think about things a certain way by the people who raised us because they were that same thing happened to them. Okay? So I will share this. Entropy never sleeps. Notice this. You were lucky. Entropy says, I miss being a kid where clothes just disappeared and clothes just appeared. Now, we all know that was not magic. That was a mom, right? Look at the load of work that your mom had to do to make it seem like magic for you. We all wish it could be magic. So notice that your mom did that for you, and sometimes that's great. And other times it doesn't help you learn how to do it for yourself, to clean up your laundry. I have a load of laundry in my thing right now. And to be a human being who has skills. Sometimes moms do that because it was expected of them, that they didn't get that support they needed. Moms of this generation, I truly feel like the Gen X parents are making up for the absentee parentism of the silent generation boomers, that type of thing. Yeah. And that one persona. Yes, my parents grew up poor and with Depression era parents, so a lot of keep it if I need it. Yeah. And me too. So those are my people that I speak to, but also people who grew up in a different way. We are all, if you don't know it, think about it. If you woke up every day and somebody whispered something into your ear, that would affect you because we are humans that are affected by words. If they whispered something good in your ear, you may feel good all day and you may be more helpful and smile at the person who's having you cross the street and be pleasant. But if somebody says something crappy to you, you could also be snippy to somebody. And if somebody does that every single day of the year for 365 days and then for years of your life, You may not even realize that you have that word, that phrase in your head. Don't give that away. You may need it someday. The inference being, you may need it and you don't have it and you don't have money to buy it again. Yeah. Now, peak call. Notice this. I don't even remember my mom getting rid of house items. Yeah, but I don't remember her buying them either. So there was a lot going on in the background that we as kids don't even become aware of, you know? So, yeah, that's the voice in my head. Cynthia, I know that, not because I'm in your head, that'd be creepy, kind of like that show we just watched, Pluribus. But it's in many people's heads, because many of us, and this is where you can feel not alone about why am I struggling with clutter here in the year 2025, is because 100 years ago, the people that I am related to struggled with the Great Depression of the 20s and 30s. They may have struggled with coming over on an immigrant boat and trying to build up a life here in the United States. And so I just offer to you, Chick, just in case. When you understand, when you totally kind of see the bigger context of even your own family history going back 1, 2, possibly 3 generations, and see where you came from, again, road trip metaphor, looking in the rearview mirror, you have a better understanding of how you got to where you are, but then you have more clarity and insight to then say, do I want to continue that way with my own life right now? And is that how I want our future generations in this family to feel? Right? Yeah. Breaking the cycle and teaching my children and grandchildren, says Cynthia. Yes. And Entropy says, yeah, I helped with laundry, but she did a lot. My mom, Abby, she was 35 and she's now 64. Okay. So notice that there are people, and especially I'll full blown, women on the planet are given an extra helping of stuff to do because the world is a patriarchy. Now, there are some things that are beneficial in that, but there are things that, let's say, do I want to continue with that? Okay. Yeah, the expectation that somebody else will do it for you, and that somebody else will do it for you is typically a woman. So, yeah, there we go. That one persona. My ancestors came to Kentucky 200 years ago. A lot of pioneerism, keep it, may reuse it-ism. The interesting thing, though, think about it, that one persona. Having the ability to keep things means you have a place to store them. If your people were always on the go, they would probably have kept less. But when you have a place to store it, sometimes that gives you the reason/excuse to keep things. And I just say, that's cool, but check yourself before you wreck yourself. And now as an adult, you're saying, I'm working on not keeping everything. Right. Yeah. Yep. Now notice Damadonna says, I miss the Martha Stewart magazine where she had things listed monthly to organize. Oh my gosh, all you need to do, Damadonna, is get on and don't bring the magazines into your house. You can look up AI. I'm not a fan of AI, but you could Google what's a monthly list of things to organize, having some help, a guideline of doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Cynthia, it has been nice to hanging out with you too. Now notice Entropy. It's okay to need help. Yeah. Yeah, notice. And again, I was using that I mentioned that TV show, Pluribus. My husband and I just watched the last episode. I don't know if I recommend it. Like, you can watch it if you want. This is not going to be. But one of the things I noticed was that idea of community and aloneness. And we as humans are a pack animal. We are a pack animal. And we do not survive on our own without great distress. So notice, it's okay to need and want somebody else to help shoulder the load. So yes, and isn't it cool? Sometimes I will order a laundry service. Right. Yeah, good stuff. There we go. Yeah, I don't have any magazines. Yep. Yeah, and notice Melissa, making a list. Use the right side of the pen. Making a list on my break to get some stuff done when I get home. And let me be very clear, okay? What am I being very clear about? Okay. Just because you make a list, trust me, I was making a list today and I just started writing it on the other side of my daily calendar. I'm not going to get all this stuff done today, but what I'm doing is I am giving my thoughts a place to land. So even if you write it all down, that is not the list that you work from on a daily basis. That is your like shopping list. That's your big list. From that big list, then you will take a look, okay, Melissa? Then you're going to take a look at the next time you have time and energy to do some decluttering. And when you have time and energy, that's when that list comes in handy to select some things off of that list to say, yes, this matches what I want to do with my time and energy today. Okay? Alrighty. Wow. Yeah. All right. So Laura Gibbon Voorhees is giving us a personal cautionary tale about saving stuff. Cautionary tale. My dad hoarded and cluttered little containers of random cleaners. When he passed, my mom had to hire chemists to safely dispose of the stuff, and it cost thousands of dollars. Now, I share this with you because Laura shared it, and I want to amplify that it sucks. Oh, I think the mail carrier came. Okay? And I will say this to you. Many of you, I'm pretty good at this. Many of you say, I can't do it for myself, but if I realize what I will do is going to affect somebody else negatively, that might be a wee kick in the pants for you to do something. Is I don't want to leave this mess for my loved ones after I die. So that could be a kick in the pants too. I don't want them to spend their time or their money cleaning up the messes that I ignored or couldn't deal with. Okay? Yeah. Now, Entropy, you're saying to Laura, you could have taken it to a poison control center for free, but if you touch it and it is poison, you could poison yourself. Being safe, and again, I'll go back to my four steps. Making sure you are safe physically so your human body doesn't die is going to be the safest thing. So I would not recommend touching things that are poison. I would recommend getting a professional who knows what they're doing, because some cleaners from other generations were highly toxic. Okay? Yeah. And what I will say this with everybody, because I see Mel is saying, plug this in with my in-laws. It's so bad with my mother-in-law situation, father-in-law. Okay. Such a mess all around. Here's where I say to you, and trust me when I share with you that I know what I'm talking about both personally and professionally, because I am helping my 84-year-old mother in the house that I grew up in, the epicenter of all my great things and neuroses. Okay? So what I would say is this, is that you most likely will not change that person, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the mother, the whoever. It will be so difficult, especially if that person is not used to changing and evolving and morphing and expanding and growing. However, so Cynthia, I will share this with you. This is when you start to make your plan about what you want. And at the end of the day, I've got it right down here for the past 3 years, and there's going to be a 4th year too. What do I want? Write it down. And then I am creating that I want. So I say this to you, case the joint. Have those conversations with yourself, and if it's mothers and fathers-in-law, have a conversation with your mate. What do we want to do when they're dead? Do we want to sell the house? Do we want to move into it? Do we want anything that they are currently keeping in the house? Notice this is going to be kind of an opposite type thing. Is when you are when you are participating in, notice how I shifted that, in the decluttering of a home that nobody's living in anymore, you actually do the opposite. Usually you take clutter and you bring it out. oftentimes what I recommend is for you to go into the house, pick out what you want, and then get help emptying out the house by people who do it professionally. And then if you're going to sell the house, it's make so much easier. Case the joint. All right. If your mom or mother-in-law or whatever, pretend. We do a lot of pretending here because your brain is a wonderful creative machine. So use it. Use it. Pretend your mother-in-law gave you carte blanche. Said, pretend, just play this game the next time you're there, saying, you can have anything in this house you want, or you don't have to take anything. Whatever you do, make sure it feels right for you. And then you go there and you look at the situation with different eyes. What do I want here? Do I want any of these items in my house? And then you listen with your ears and your heart, your head and your heart. Okay? Yeah. And trust yourself. Yeah. Mel is saying, my mother-in-law was shocked when I wasn't interested in anything in their will, because other people like what they like, and they assume that everybody else is the same. It was kind of her to ask. Yeah. And notice that you holding true to yourself is going to create your home that you feel good in long after they're gone. Right. Even Sweet Rain Cynthia saying most of her apartment will go and very minimal stuff to keep. So you can help yourself now by writing down a plan. Writing down the plan of after mom dies, this is what I would like to happen. These are the items I want. I want to be clear, I have no interest in these items. I want that apartment to be cleaned out and rented within X amount of time. I want to make money off of it, so I want to sell whatever we can sell to make money. You do not need to share what you write down with anybody else unless you feel like it. But getting in touch with what's important to you is made easier by feeling okay physically, calming down your nervous system, writing down whatever comes up from your heart to your head to your hand. Write it down. You can always cross it out. You can always write it down and decide, I don't know how I feel about that. And the cool thing is, notice Cynthia saying, I'm jotting all this down right now. So I love the writing down part, but I will share with you. So funny. I look over here at my calendar and I see a thing about a day spa. I love myself a day spa. Why am I looking over here? I'm looking over here because I'm checking what time it is. It is 10:48 a.m. on Tuesday, December 30th. I know it feels like a random day, but I will share with you, Cynthia, as you're jotting all this down, do not worry that this is going to disappear, okay? So I will share this with you. Today is December 30th. This is the 10 a.m. TikTok Live. By the end of today, the recording of this TikTok Live will be uploaded to the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. Okay? So Cynthia, you're jotting all this down, but if you've forgotten something as I talk wicked fast, do not worry. You can watch it on repeat. And the neat thing is about this and all of my TikTok Lives and YouTube Lives, seriously, 935 of them are up on the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. This year we'll hit 1,000. And I will say the neat thing is that I like about that is that because it's not in real time, you can pause it, you can rewind it, you can turn on the automatic closed captioning. It'll be funny because that's not 100% accurate. It will be funny to see what words they think. So you can slow it down. You could put it at 0.75 speed so that I speak more slowly, rabbit. Right? So do not worry. But yes, notice that I share with you things that are going to help you when you're decluttering your own home, when you're teaching the younger generation, and when you are also dealing with the older generation that you are morally and societally obligated to be the person who cleans up their shit. Right? So make a plan that works for you. After they're gone, they're going to understand. They're going to understand the greater picture. So even if you promised somebody that you would keep something, first of all, don't promise that to anybody. Say, I'll try this out, and if it works for me. Exactly, Erin. Come back here, you rabbit. Nighty night. I freaking love that. That is one of my favorite ones, when he's got interesting monsters need interesting hairdos, right? Now, I love it. Ashley is also offering, with the videos that I have on the YouTubes, on the TikToks and the YouTubes, because I'm 80 years old inside, play old videos while cleaning, body doubling for the win. I'm speaking specifically to my ADHD people, but many of us, when you feel like you have company, when you feel like you're learning something where the person is talking about something you're actively going through, that can help make it easier, to make you feel like you're not alone. To get some ideas of what to do if you get stuck, you know? Yeah, and I love it. Holly D, yeah, I started my decluttering journey 2 days ago, trying to pace myself so this becomes a lifelong habit. I'm here for you, 66. All right? I love it. Macy says, you're my favorite body double. I thank you. Yes, and I will share with you that I'm going to be here for you. This is what I will share with you. I will definitely be here doing what I'm doing from now until this time next year. This time next year, and even before that, I will see what it feels like to do it the next year, okay? So I will be here for you, and please do, yes, pace yourself. So Holly D, it could take you 6 months or a year to get to where you want it to be. That doesn't mean you race. If you work at a pace that is not sustainable, you will run out of gas, you will seize up your engine, and you will have to spend numbers of days hanging out, waiting for that stuff to be fixed. However, if you do a little bit at a time, and a little bit can be variable. Some days it could be 5 minutes, other days 50 minutes, other days 5 hours, whatever feels good to you. But always be checking in with how you're feeling physically and mentally. And when you're starting to feel empty, practice taking a break. Yeah. Now, Marietta, let me help you with this. Struggling with wanting to declutter from Christmas and do returns and manage recovering heart surgery. Out of each one of those things, what's the one only you can do? And this is another thing, delegation. It's a life skill, it's a business skill. The only thing you can really do that you cannot delegate to somebody else, Marietta, is managing your recovering heart surgery. Okay? So I say this to you. Can somebody else do the returns? Can somebody else participating in the Christmas declutter? Yeah. You will do no good to anybody, yourself and your family, if you do not take care of your physical. So notice, your brain wants to do everything. You cannot do everything. That doesn't mean, though, that it doesn't get done. It means we need to work on the skill and the strength of delegation, of sharing the responsibilities, of doing some things, and having a good network of people who are willing and able and ready to do that. Yeah, and Macy, yeah, the brain works faster than our bodies ever will. But you shouldn't let that discourage you. But this is why I write down all sorts of things that I want to get, my brain thinks I want to do. So I say, okay, I'm listening to you, and I will write that down. And then I will take a look at what I was writing down. Now, there's some good stuff in there. Will I do it all? Maybe. But I will tell you this, I will not get it done in a day or a week or a month or a year or maybe even 10 years. But I realize that I have a lot more ideas than my physical body, my time, my energy, and my calendar can do and make it feel good. Right? Yeah. Okay, so Macy says, and I will share this with Macy and Holly, okay? Because I hide notebooks from myself. Now, here's where I will share with you my own perspective is this. Notice that you are thinking that the notebook system doesn't work because you hide the notebooks from yourself. But you will get, even if you have something big in front of you, as I look at my humongous calendar of now technically last year, I'm down here in the corner, you will also get blindness. Even if it's big in front of you, you will get blindness of doing it. I'm not saying you're going to lose your eyesight, okay? But what I mean is this. You can practice, and I say a notebook is a lot better because oftentimes it can feel very stressful to have something in front of you kind of yelling at you all the time, and you're not doing it. That could make you feel worse. That could make you feel worse. Yeah. And I will say this, I love it, Marietta, but notice, I'm gonna zhuzh up your phrase a little bit. She says, my hubby right now is helping me take the Christmas bins down to the basement because the tree didn't get decorated. He's also helping himself live in a less cluttered home. He is also helping himself by having a wife that is alive because she is taking care of her heart. Yeah. So yes, it may seem, notice you're like, oh my God, yeah, I ignore big things too. Eventually, then they do make me feel worse. So I get it, right? And it's not, and here's the thing, Marietta, I'm kind of popping between people, but this is how my brain works. Surrendering. Surrender, but don't give yourself away. That cutie patootie Robin Zander, oh my God. Okay? There's nothing wrong with saying, I right now can't do as much as I wish I could do. But that doesn't mean it doesn't get done. It means I delegate it to somebody else. Because I am taking care of the thing that only I can control, which is my physical and mental health. It is the most important. If you don't have your physical and mental health, nothing else matters. Now, I'm not saying it needs to be perfect mental health and perfect physical health. It has to be in good working condition, okay? So Macy, I will share with you, and I can't remember who it was. I hide notebooks from myself. You may be afraid of what you wrote down. I hide it from myself because I have not practiced keeping my notebook in a place and practicing creating a home for my notebook. I think a notebook is great for a couple of reasons. One is I always get, and I typically do not like, for things that I don't like to keep, frankly, here, you know what I don't like? These right here. But I love, and so I throw these away. This is like the little things. But I love being able to tear up. TikTok's reminding me I have to leave soon. Just as a heads up, I am continuing this conversation for the next hour, but we're going to be over on the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. I'm going to help you practice changing the channel, getting out of the tractor beam of TikTok and going somewhere else. All right? So I will share this with you. A notebook I think, I would not use it. If I thought there was a better tool, I would examine it. I would try it out myself, and I would see if it worked. This is a system that has worked for me for years, and I use it on a daily basis and throughout the day, and it continues to work. It's not like I'm working with something that bugs me. I find such great value in it. That is why I share it. Now, did I just mention I have a big calendar in front of me? The only thing I have on my calendar, and again, I'll share it with you right there. See that? Doo-doo-doo. That, my friends, was something I looked forward to seeing when I looked at it. And that's all my travel I had planned for last year and that I made happen. Now, I'm going to take these things off. I'm going to erase 2025. I'm going to put 2026, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put little Post-its on the trips I already have planned. So that when I do see this, I look at something that makes me go, ooh, as opposed to ugh. Okay? So, I'm going to sign off TikTok right now, and I'm going to get us going on YouTube. If you like what you hear, I am going to be doing lives. I typically do 2 lives a day, one on TikTok and one on YouTube. If you want to know the schedule, there's an email list you can hop on. It's free. It's low key. I do not sell you anything. I do one-on-one paid coaching with one-on-one clients. If you're interested in that, there's info on my website. My website is Destination Decluttered. Destination like a road trip. DestinationDecluttered.com, and that's where you can sign up and join the mailing list group so that you know when to show up the next time I do a live. And please ask me questions. Ask me the questions that are bugging you. I'm here to help. I'm not here to just hear myself talk, though obviously I've done that for the past hour. But I'm here for you. So when questions come up today, whatever comes up, write it down and then hit me with those questions tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow I will be here on live. If you want to find out what time, go to my website, destinationdecluttered.com, and sign up for the mailing list. Wicked easy. I'll see you over on on YouTube.